Hi there, only me. Another thrilling instalment of a day of my life in this psychiatric rehabilitation centre. It's having a drop of tea and a vape. Went to the supermarket today with the occupational therapist, who is lovely actually, and made some banana pancakes. And I've still got a little bit of batter left in the fridge. Gonna go and make another one in a bit. I've got tea and I've got my vapes delivered. So got all that to be grateful for. Would have been my mum's 69th birthday today. 69 years old she would be. A pensioner, no doubt, with her tuppence halfpenny nursing pension. She never finished her nursing degree, of course, and I'm sure she would have made a brilliant nurse. And it was great speaking to my brother earlier about the way he's feeling. And I think one of the things, I was going to write some poetry or like try and write something and put it on the internet. I'm going to put a post on the internet just now on Facebook, kind of with a few thoughts. But I think what's really difficult to not do if you're grieving is sort of wallow in sorrow rather than celebrating all the good bits and all the bits that, like on someone's birthday, if they're alive, you think about all the reasons that you love them and the best bits about them, and you enshrine and celebrate their best qualities. And my mum, a lot of people who know me will tell you that I'm a fucking idiot, and it's true, I am. I'm a prize twat. But some people will tell you that I'm a fucking genius too, and they're few and far between. But I got it all from my mum. Like I pretty much left school at 12. I went to a school where I didn't have to go to lessons, and I didn't often go to lessons, if I'm honest. I left with a B in drama and a D in maths in my GCSE. But what I gained from that school was self-esteem and character, and something which was priceless and almost quite difficult to describe. But I kind of got my schooling from my mum. Alicia Macleod was her name. But that doesn't matter because there's a million children starving in Gaza, which is what's kind of doing my head in. I'm sort of sat here wondering about my problems. I've just been injected, just had my injection of aripiprazole. You can see there's a sticker. Let's have an unveiling. There you go, there's a sticker and the needle mark. That was performed just a few minutes ago. I'll put that as a bindi on my head. And that will keep me going for the next 4 weeks until I have another one in 3 Mondays' time. Have a bit more tea. And that will stop me being mental, you see. So, but yeah, Gaza, I mean, if we're not all shouting about it, we're all complete cunts in this country. Like, people, if you try and shout about it in China, you get arrested. You try and shout about it. I mean, people are getting arrested for it, for not shouting about it, but supporting a prescribed terrorist organisation, which isn't really like the smartest money if you want to kind of affect change. But fair play to everybody who's been willing to get nicked to support the cause. And shout out to anybody who's suffering from the grief or loss that comes with bereavement, because it's like some things you never really get over. You just get through it. And there are things that make it more difficult and things that make it easier. But being alone, that's my biggest problem, is that I'm just totally and utterly alone. I sit in this room, staring out the window, scrolling through my phone and smoking these fucking vapes. And yeah, I just have nothing and nobody except for my darling brother Connor, who I'm going to phone right now, actually, before this video gets any longer. But thank you, Mum, for all the wisdom and the knowledge, and all my love to everyone in Gaza who is having a really shit time right now. Cheers.